Welcome to the Second Briefing Podcast with Scott and Tom. We're recording from the Gunslinger Clubhouse in beautiful downtown Hillsboro.
Hey everybody, I'm Scott, and I spent 23 years on patrol at a local sheriff's office.
Hey, and I'm Tom. I spent 26 years at that same sheriff's office working with Scott.
In this podcast, we're going to be speaking with former and retired police officers about their life after police work and how they've been dealing with civilian life.
Hey, and maybe we'll have a little fun along the way. Boom, hashtag.
Okay, everybody, let's get to the podcast. Hey, everybody, we have our first sponsor of the Second Briefing Podcast. Tall Fur Coffee was started by a retired police officer. Tall Fur roasts and packages their own coffee and has several blends such as Guatemalan and Sumatran. There is even cold brew if you prefer. It gets Tom and I ready for our day. I was not a coffee stop before, but now I am, and Tall Fur is the best.
Right now, you go to tallfurcoffee.com and enter the code Second Briefing for 15% off your order. That's the number 2 with an ND briefing for 15% off your order. Thanks for Tall Fur Coffee for all your support.
Order yours today and support first responders.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Stretching out. Let's go. Get it going. All right, welcome back. Hey, this is episode 2 with our good friend Brian. Tommy Buckmaster, 3 words. One
and
word,
one
Scott.
more word, Scott, with
And we-
70s today.
You right?
We have no hashtag kill Gerba.
But we are killing Gerba, and we're
we
thinking
still-
of Gerba.
Always.
We're drinking Tall Fur
Tall Fur
coffee,
coffee.
and we're killing Gerba.
Without Gerba.
Did you kill Gerba today?
I killed him last night when I talked to him via text.
And you know that our good friend Mark S. resuscitated him, and then I killed him.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I don't know who resuscitated him, but then Tom killed Gerba.
Well, I heard he fell down in the bathroom by himself getting out of the shower.
Well, then, when Clawstrike was going commando, just the thought of that killed Gerba.
That kills everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
I mean, we've
too-
all
All the-
seen it.
all the powder.
And Mark S. is really good at resuscitating. I got a good story about that, too.
Well, with both Drew and Clawstrike going commando
Oh,
and
my
powdering
gosh.
in the locker
Oh, my
room,
gosh. The ring
that,
of powder.
that killed Gerba permanently.
I choked Gerba out with the powder.
Choked Gerba.
She was
Choking
making
Gerba.
pancakes.
Oh,
The
man.
powder.
Pancaking Gerba.
Pancake
So
powder.
many stories about everything. You're just bringing up so many stories right now.
Yeah, so many
All right, so
nightmares.
so last week we talked about your wonderful, amazing career in
Yeah.
the military and at the sheriff's
the
office.
wonderful
funny
time,
stories.
the wonderful years spent at the sheriff's
Oh, yeah.
office that
Yes.
we all
It's
love so
enlightening.
much.
Yeah, it was like a
Thank
whole
you for
episode
that
of
wonderful
Mr.
times.
Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yeah, it was
Literally, Mr.
Welcome
Rogers.
to the neighborhood.
How was that? So wonderful.
Yeah, my wife actually
Do you
has
have
a-
like
a-
one of those cardigans that you could?
No,
wish
but
you
my
would've
wife
brought
has
that.
a little thing that says,
I'm a gay porn star?
I wasn't. I have one of those. Yeah, I was not fully prepared for the people in my neighborhood.
Let me
because
see
of our
that. Let me
house
see
name.
that right there.
Okay,
I'll just put it right there.
Yeah, there you go.
that's excellent.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so you were at the sheriff's office for 16 years?
just over 16 years.
okay, and you did a lot of cool stuff there.
Yeah.
So you left. Why did you leave?
Well, I mean, there's a plethora of reasons. We could sit here for hours, but
Give us at least sort of a semi-reader's.
Oh, yeah.
Not-
Reader's
don't have to be-
Digest?
yeah,
Yeah, like
Quickie?
a maybe like
Tom's like, make it quick, man. Like,
Not a quickie.
Not Reader's
Not so
Digest,
much a
but kind of
quickie,
a-
but
right,
kind of a
condensed.
longer Reader's Digest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even basically. Literally, there were certain people that were.
There's always people.
Yeah, well, there was a certain person, and well, the names don't matter.
No, they
that
don't. You don't have to name names.
No, they were trying to cover their own ass based on a call that I was a part of.
Okay.
And when they covered their own ass, it brought up potential policy violations that happened within the call.
Okay.
Either by me or another.
So there was an
deputy.
incident that you were
Yeah.
part of, and
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And so out of that incident arose some policy issues.
Yeah,
Potentially.
which were
Okay.
no big, like a no big deal, like
Yeah. Okay.
literally a no big deal. Like even like I was like, oh man, if I violated policy,
like me wearing too many rings on my finger.
yeah,
That I did every day.
seriously, like it would be like if there was any discipline that was going to come out of any policy violation I did, it would be like, hey man, just verbal counseling, do it this way next time, like a no big deal,
Sure.
right?
Gotcha.
But during all of that, when they, because they interview everybody, there was a particular person that flat lied. Like, I don't know how else to say it. They flat lied during their interview, and this was a person of rank, to cover their own ass with the DA's office.
Okay.
And it spurred all kinds of things. And because of their lie, it made it appear as though I was being deceptive. Love it. Which I absolutely. which I absolutely was not. And
Yeah.
it was almost laughable. So you know how that works. IAs happen, and like you're almost pleading with them to get them to believe you, because it's like one of the things that was said was anytime an interview went in, I had no notes. Because if you stand in truth, you don't need notes. You know the truth,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
And that was even brought up. They're like, well, you don't have notes. Are you prepared? I'm like, it's not hard to be prepared when I know the truth, guys. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
super easy. So that goes on, and all the hell that comes with being involved in an IA on any level, the
Oh,
stress,
I
the
get it,
everything,
yeah.
right? Potentially being accused of things that just flat didn't happen, and you're like, it didn't happen that way, like it
Right.
just, and they're just not, it's not clicking. So through that time, it became obvious to me through my family that there's a bigger issue. There's a bigger issue. So on
Now, are you talking about professionally or personally?
personally,
Okay.
yeah. So on August 6, 2024, I woke up to no family, gone. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm in the darkest time of my life. Like, my career's on the line. I'm fighting tooth and nail for my career.
Right.
And you just abandoned me? Like, that was my thought process.
When you say no family, what do you mean?
My wife left me.
Okay.
My own kids cut me off. Like, when I say cut
And
me
then when-
off,
at this point, you have adult kids that are
yes,
have families.
I have
of their own.
grandkids.
Right.
I have grandkids,
Okay.
right?
And they just decided just not to talk to you anymore.
Done.
At that point.
Like,
Okay.
cut off. Like
Right.
I couldn't text. I couldn't call. I wasn't allowed to see my grandkids because at the time they're out of their own anger. Their thought was, well, I'm known as Papa B to my grandkids. Well, we don't want them at this age. If we cut it off now, we can make it so they don't even remember him, and that killed me.
Yeah.
Right. This
Oh,
is my
wow.
grandkids.
Okay.
Right.
So
And
you're like persona non grata in the family right now. You're just
at the
cut
time.
off. Right.
Yeah, at the
well,
time.
Right, at the time.
Yes, at the
Okay.
time. And so you talk about like being scared out of your mind. Like
Right.
I'm literally waking up every day to empty four walls, and I have no family. In my brain, I don't have a career. Like they're going to take my career from
So
me.
right at that point on that day that you mentioned, you didn't know. Did you not know why
None.
this happened? So you just all of a sudden you're just cut off from your
Cut off.
family.
No explanation.
Your job is
on the
on the line,
Yeah.
right? So what happened? What did you find out?
So I find out as time goes on, it's they can't deal with the anger, the outbursts, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
So can I? Because looking at this, you're at this point at the job. You have decided to kind of like take a, I don't know the best word, like an FMLA type.
Yeah.
You're kind of out of the office. You're not actually working.
Correct.
You're not on administrative leave.
Well, I
per
was.
se. You're what? You were on
I
administrative,
were,
but you
yeah.
basically changed that
To-
designation to FMLA,
medical
which
leave.
is a
Basically,
leave.
medical or sick time. Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Using your own accruals.
Using your own accruals. So you're kind of burning accruals to stay off the administrative leave status. Am I saying that
Essentially,
correctly?
yeah. I mean, that
Okay.
wasn't my purpose for it.
I'm not. I don't
But
want
yes.
to. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
No,
So
no,
if
no,
I-
no.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no. It was at
Something
that
that
time.
effect,
It was
okay.
it was a literal come to Jesus for me. If anybody that knows me, I have my faith basis in Christ. It always has.
Okay. True.
But it was an eye-opening experience. That looking back on it, I'm thankful
Right.
that I still don't believe that it happened the way it should, but I'm thankful for it because it
Right.
brought me to where I am today.
Okay.
With my family and everything. So yeah, we go through. I went through that. Happened on August 6th, and I'll never on August 9th of all the panic. So it was a Friday morning, and I always keep a Glock 26 in a holster behind my bed. I've been there for decades, right?
Right.
Like we're cops. We have guns in every room.
Right.
And the eye-opening moment for me was at that point. When you wake up in the morning, and in my stupor of sleep, I think I'm dreaming. I'm like, oh my God, that was a nightmare. And then as I'm waking up, I'm like, no, this is fucking reality. Like this is happening.
Right.
And all the thoughts happen. I'm like, God, that Glock's right there. I could start that barrel right now, and it's over, done. And I never touched the gun, never nothing. But
You had these thoughts because you have all
I have
this
nothing.
stuff
I have nothing at that point.
that's hitting you at once.
Yeah, and in my brain, I have nothing.
Right.
Like, my grandkids. I have nothing.
You have nothing anymore to live for.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Zero to live for. And then one of the because of all the traumas we go through as cops with, you know, for me, cutting a 15-year-old down from a, I mean, you name it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Babies, all the things.
Yeah.
My first thought was, God, if I do that, some other cop's going to have to clean that mess up and deal with that bullshit.
Yeah, and someone you don't even know.
Someone I
'cause
didn't
it's
even know.
You live in a completely
Yeah,
different
now
area.
I'm going to cause that ripple effect. And I literally rolled out of bed and got on my knees and just prayed to God.
Yeah.
And that was that turning point for me. Like, oh, I'm going to get emotional. So,
It's okay. Take your time, brother.
yeah.
I'd give you a tissue, but we don't have any.
Coffee. I'm good. With a little spite. But it was at that point that this audible conversation with God of, you don't need all that. All you need is me, son. Like, you need me. That's it. And it was literally a light switch. And it was on that day that I decided it's time to change. And I was realizing that, wow, you know, at work they have that red, green, yellow, red. You know, the stupid diagram they would always give us in training. Like, you know, you should be at that green level at home, and you know, yellow, and then you're red at work because you're always on.
Right.
Well, for our families, what we think is a green at home, right? On a say on a scale of 1 to 10, at work we're at that 7 to 10 range all day long. When we come home, we think we're at a 5 or 6. But to people that don't do this job, you're a 10. You're up there to our families.
Because you haven't
right?
turned off.
You haven't turned it off.
Right.
You think you have, but you're so checked out. You're so.
So when you say 10, what does that mean? What does that mean to them? How are you coming across to them?
They were scared of me. And now again, I never physically, abused my family. It was
Right.
nothing like that. But it was like my wife actually said just last night, yesterday morning. She got out of bed before me, and I come downstairs. She goes, it's pretty awesome. We're at a point now. I hear you get out of bed, and I hear you whistling, and I love it. She said, for so many years, if we're laying in bed, you would rustle like you're getting ready just to get up for the day, and she's immediately like, oh God, what Brian am I going to get? What's going to happen? What's the outburst going to be? Because the littlest thing, right? Because we spend an entire career of seeing into the future, that big picture. We always have to be thinking ahead of the game, all the what ifs, right? We probably do it raising our kids. Hey, Dad, I want to go to this party. Well, no, because I know what happens at party.
Yeah.
Like, I
Right.
go to those calls, you know what I mean? Or I want to drive to my friends. No, because I know what happens when kids crash car. Like, we think all that big picture thinking, and it's detrimental because the fact is society lives in a bubble, right? And they should live in a bubble because guys like us do the job we do to make sure they can live in that bubble. The problem is we tighten that bubble up
For everybody else around
for
us.
everybody else around us.
Well, I can totally relate because so my daughter is studying abroad, and I think I told you
Yeah.
that. So we're in another country, and I went with her to help her get set up because, well, I'm retired.
Yeah.
What else am I going to do,
I
right?
remember the pictures you sent me.
Right. So I'm sitting there, and not only are you not used to the time change and the jet lag, you're not sleeping because of that. And I'm not working in my job anymore, but I still have some of that mentality. So I'm sitting there stressing out because I know that at some point she's going to want to ride public transportation in another country. And I don't like public transportation here personally, right?
Ever.
So
No.
I'm thinking of this, and I'm going, oh, and I'm lying awake, and she's sleeping.
Sure.
Right? She's starting to get used to that whole thing, and she's fairly relaxed person most of the time. She's, as she quotes, I'm chill, right?
Yeah.
If she watches this, she'll laugh when I
Right.
say this, right? But I'm sitting there kind of stressing out, and I'm thinking as a parent, like, oh my God, we got to ride this thing. They call it the Tube. Is they're underground. It's kind of like a subway combined with a Max train. It's kind of it's different than I expected. I'm like, oh, I don't want to put her in a position where she's going to be in danger as a parent, but then I don't want to put her in a position where if she comes down and uses it after I leave, because I'm not staying there the whole year, then she doesn't know how to use it properly or
Right.
when to use it. And so I'm like, fuck, I'm just going to do it. So those whole things, you're stressing
Always.
about that, and you didn't, how do you react to that? Yeah, we'll just go use it.
Right.
But you the whole time, it's like you're saying, you're worrying about all these little things that
could
could happen
happen.
at the party
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
And it's all
to
out,
your
and
point,
it's,
right?
and it's all out of love. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Right,
Not,
it's-
but we only know. We
you
only
could come
know
across as angry or
Yeah.
frustrated
Controlling.
or stressed about it.
Yeah.
Because what do we do for decades? Control.
We could
Yeah, all you have to
make
control your
decisions for
surroundings.
everybody else.
Have
Yeah.
to, right? So so I go through all of these epiphanies, and this went on for months. I mean,
Prior to this August date you're talking about.
oh, the anger stuff was decades,
Decades, okay.
right? I mean, and you go, our childhood traumas. That's where it all stems. Like Chris Green talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
that's where it stems. Like
Yeah.
it
Okay.
is. This is the icing on the cake, and then now you're working for.
Well, you had to add military on top of that.
Yeah,
A
but
little bit.
military, man, I didn't. There was, I mean,
Nothing to you for you.
no,
that was that bad.
No,
Okay.
no, not at all. The only thing I will say about the military is, and I learned this through therapy, is that was kind of when I was 17, that was the start of building that persona, because I went through as
Being a commanding person, you mean, type of
yeah,
deal? Okay.
yeah, like I literally, the day I signed my paperwork, I audibly said out loud, nobody will ever hurt me again, ever. And so I built that warrior, like doing the things I did in the military.
Yeah.
Like that's all I wanted.
That's how I changed too.
Exactly.
More confidence, more.
That's
you're
right.
A different
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, I mean, I was the day I enlisted in the Army, I was 6 foot, 142 pounds. Mm-hmm. The first time I came home on leave was almost 18 months later, going through all my schools and everything. And those are back in the days where, you could go to the gate and people would come to the airport. My mom walked right past me. I was 192 pounds. Like, didn't even recognize me.
Oh, wow.
Right? Because I've got this confidence now, and I've got this, I'm eating right and doing the workouts right. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that carried through my whole life of building that, like, warrior. Like, it
Right.
was just anger and violence. Oh, my gosh. The physical fights that I would get into as kids, and as young adults, I mean, yes, it came up in my background, but yeah, so that carried on, and now
And
I'm
all
at
the
this-
weed smoking.
right? Yeah, I've never even smoked a cigarette. Like I've never.
Kidding.
I got
Yeah.
high as shit a couple
He
days
didn't
ago.
smoke weed
Right.
that we know of.
When I was fishing,
Right.
When I was fishing on the Indian
As
reservation,
Mark,
I got high as shit.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. So that carries on, and then
Right.
it comes to a head, right?
Right.
Your wife, my wife, and I we've been married 30 years. Like I've known her since I was 15.
Right.
And that's gone. And it, you go through that mourning period, but then you get to a point where I'm glad for the warrior in me is, no, this is not going to consume me like this. I'm going to do something, whether my family gets on board or not. I've got to change. I have to change who I am. I have to.
So they're just afraid of some sort of an outburst or some sort
Yeah.
of a anger issue that you might have.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Always. Whether it's yelling, flipping a table over. You name it.
And are these things that you admit that you were angry at times and you would do?
Oh
these
yeah.
things? Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Not uncommon. Like
Okay.
not uncommon. Right. And I finally I decided like I got to see somebody. I got to go talk to somebody. Right. I had done. I had actually started in therapy because my son had come to me the year prior to that after we got back from a hunting trip, and he had and so proud of him. He had concerns, and he's like, Dad, like we don't want our boys seeing the Papa B with the anger. We don't want them exposed to that. I really want you to get help. So I did. I didn't tell anybody though. Because why do you tell anybody? So I went with Stephanie Kahn. A lot of people know
Right.
Stephanie Kahn. Saw her and started that.
Her
and
specifically or her?
her
Okay,
specifically.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. And it was kind of hit and miss, but it wasn't nothing against her. It just wasn't taking for me. I wasn't at that point
Right.
of I thought I had it under control. For me, your number one stress combatant is fitness, and I'm like, well, I got fitness on lock. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm good.
High kicks and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
High kicks.
Like I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it all came to a head in August of last year.
Right.
And then, I go through all the things, and I had a great core of people, like people that would reach out. I'm on administrative leave because, when you're on administrative leave, you've heard me say it. It's like you have herpes. Nobody wants to be around you.
Yeah.
Right. Instead of embracing people and being like, what's going on? Like, what's the core root of what's going on? And again, my administrative leave had nothing to do with my anger, nothing like that. That was all bullshit.
That was a thing from incident at work, right?
Yeah, that was that incident at work from
Right.
some other fuckstick that whatever.
God, I hate fuck sticks.
Yeah, I do too. And again, I have no ill will anymore. I hated that person forever. Now I'm just like, man, I wish the best for you. Like I forgive you.
Yeah,
I
what
wish
point?
The best.
Yeah.
Wasted energy. So all the therapy and the hard work comes in, and I, finally got it to where my wife would even like text me. We're talking months, and then we slowly kind of started dating again. And when I say dating, it was still very. It was like I was, going on a first date with a Mormon girl. Like, here's the rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
You're not gonna. Nope. We're not gonna. It's like I just want to be around you. Like, you're my rock. Like I can't breathe without my wife. Never been able to.
Right.
Ever. But because I can't breathe without her, who do we shit on the most? Right?
Yeah.
The people that we love.
Yeah. You know how to push their buttons.
Because we can.
Yeah.
Right? And then putting all the work into therapy and getting re-involved with a church body again and really absorbing our faith, and it just kind of slowly, I won't say changes you, it slowly brought me back to who I actually really am, right? The man that I really am. And I made that decision, just like I did when I was 17, when I said nobody will ever hurt me again. I made that decision. I don't want to be that guy anymore.
Right.
I'm not that man. I don't want to be that man.
You got to get rid of the stress and the anger and the.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
So during all this time, the wife and I are back to dating again. We're seeing kids still aren't having anything to do with me.
Okay.
And she's advocating for me, but very diplomatically, right? Because she's got to play that balance between kids and me, right?
Right.
And I get it. I despised her for it at the time, and I'm like, why aren't you sticking up for me? And it's like, those are her kids too, right?
Yeah.
So throughout that time of I guess really having to prove myself again and earn that trust back.
Yeah.
It's not like I was stepping out on her or anything like that. It was nothing like that. It was just they didn't trust. Well, how's he going to react?
Right.
Like what's going to happen? Is the shaker bottle going to go through the window again? Because that happened.
Yeah.
Things like that. And then she agreed to marriage counseling, and I did all the work, because let's face it, I had all the time in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't working. And we were on one of our dates. And at this point, I'd taken advantage of Paid Leave Oregon. So you get that 12 weeks, right?
Yeah, that new program.
Yeah.
I used it too.
Yeah. Well, when you're on administrative leave, you're still accruing vacation, you're still accruing sick time, you're still all your ILH and everything, right?
Right.
I had, because I was one of those guys over my entire career, I never called in sick. I just did not call in sick. I had 890 hours of sick pay sitting in a bank.
Oh, geez, that's a lot.
So I was like, okay. So I took my 12 weeks paid leave Oregon, and then I had to supplement it with a little bit of my sick time, like 14 hours of pay period, which was nothing, right?
Right.
And it was during that time where I had sought legal counsel outside of what we knew as a union.
Okay.
Because I really wasn't getting much help at that point, because I knew, like, I'm not losing. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. There's no reason for me to lose my career. But I was also kind of vacillating between, like, do I want to go back to that career?
Yeah, I was wondering.
Yeah.
There must have been a time where you
There was.
go, you know what?
Is this worth it?
Yeah,
really?
Right? At what cost?
Because you're at that 15, 16-year mark where,
Yeah, and also because PERS at 50, I'm 53 now. I am. I'm not as old as you guys, but at 50.
I thought you were older than me.
Nice try. No.
Oh,
no.
Man. That's always been a running joke.
We're all 35. This is what the job does to you.
Yeah.
But I was, when PERS changed, I was going to be able to fully retire at 55 years old, because the way the PERS laws changed for us
Right.
I'm like tier 57 compared to you guys, right? So that was a big player. It's like, God, man, I only got 3 more years. Like, I just got to push through. So I had outside counsels, read everything, listened to every interview, and called me and was giggling like, "Is this for real?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I like." They're not telling me I'm fired. They're not. That never even, that conversation never happened. Like
Right.
The union guys were like, "Dude, I think they're going to try to fire you." Never heard anything like that from the agency. Nothing. Right. So I was like, okay. And I was on one of those dates with my wife, and I hung up the phone, and I got the smile on my face. She's like, "What was that? What would they say?" And I told her, I was like, this was like a Wednesday. And he's like, "I'll have you back to work Monday, dude. Like, there's so many holes like, this is dumb." And I go, I think I'm gonna go back to work. Like, I'm a cop. I'm fucking good at it. I love doing it. Like, this is who we are, which is not.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's what we identify as, right?
Right.
I mean, what they always say, family first, work second, right? Yeah. Please.
Yeah.
And she was really quiet, and she's like, "Okay, that's good news for you. Do you really, all the work that you've done, now we're months into this, all the work that you've done, all the traumas that you've faced, do you think you can go back to that?" And I go, "I think I can. Like, I've got all these tools in my toolbox now because I put so much work into trying to fix, my reactions to traumas, which let's be honest, is just fear, right? Guys like us, when we get scared, we get pissed, which is why we're good cops."
Sure.
And I go, "Yeah, I think I can." She went, "Okay, well, you'll do it alone." And it was done. I went, "Nope, done. I'm done."
Yeah.
Because I'm at the point now where I'm like, there's this hope of salvaging my marriage, and obviously with salvaging the marriage, the family comes around.
Yeah.
Right? She's always the optimist of like, "Babe, they'll come around," and I'm like, "No, they won't. They're never gonna, it's over," kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. The fatalist. And
Yeah.
it was that night that I was like, no. So I went from paid leave Oregon ran out, and I went, "Well, you're not getting my sick time." So I burned every hour of my sick time except for like 30 hours of it. So I was literally off work getting paid for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when the time came to burn my sick time, we'd already made the decision. I had no clue what I was going to do.
Yeah.
No clue, right? And I'm leading up to the sick time running out, and God bless my wife. She's like, "We'll figure it out. We
Now-
did it before."
Yeah.
Before you get into that,
Yeah.
during this time when you were off, before your wife kind of helped you with something, I want to say at that point, but during this time, you and another guy at work started something. Because this is during the time that you're talking about, right?
We did.
In addition to,
Yeah.
right? Why don't you, and we've talked about it.
Yeah.
Shield of Voices.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
don't you
that's been a godsend.
Yeah, because that was kind
Yeah.
of part of your therapy too, right?
Oh my gosh. Probably the biggest part of my therapy
So
is
you and he calls them bananas.
Oh, bananas.
bananas.
He almost joined the club,
Yeah.
and I called
Yeah.
his name was Bananas.
Bananas. Yeah.
That would have been his.
Yeah, Mitch.
Yeah, go over that real quick, and then we can go back to
Yeah,
what-
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So during all this time, and it's funny because Mitch is one of these young guys that I mentored through, like, I would say mentored. Maybe, whatever. He would call me a lot during his career as a young cop, and you and I both, we've talked about this, actually taught a reserve academy that his wife
Yeah,
was
we
a
had a
part
joint
of.
Beaverton Reserve
Reserve
Academies.
Academy.
Yeah,
As instructors. And it
Yeah, his
was
wife was,
this
yeah.
weird, him and I weren't like tight on duty or nothing, but that kid called me every 2 days just to check on me.
because he was going and he was also going through some of his own problems.
He was.
Yeah.
Yep. He was going through his own
which he's been
problems.
open about.
Yeah, absolutely. He was struggling with alcohol. He's an alcoholic. He's been sober for 9 months now, doing
Yeah.
amazing.
Good for you, Mitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job.
Yep. And he's like, "Dude, let's start a podcast." I'm like, "Go fuck yourself." Like, nobody wants to hear us talking on a podcast. Like, he's like, "No, I really think we have a story to tell, and I think it'll help both of us kind of get through some of our issues." And this went on for weeks. And finally, one night, again, sitting in my empty house alone, and he calls me to check on me. He goes, "So what do you think?" And I go, "You know what? Let's do it right now." He goes, "Seriously?" I go, "All I got's an iPhone and earbuds." fuck it, let's do it. I'm an open book. I got nothing to hide. It. And like I'd been going through therapy, and I know I'm comfortable with coming out about my childhood traumas and the abuses and sexual abuses that I went through as a kid. And I'm not just an open book about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's do it. We just on my iPhone and his computer, and he's the tech guy, does all the editing stuff that I can't even turn a computer on.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's face it.
If we didn't have Robbie, I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know
Thank
any of
you,
that
Robbie.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after we put those first 2 episodes out, where it's just me kind of just really being transparent about it.
Right.
And
because you were just technically a guest initially.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just a guest. And we got emails and phone calls from people all over the country. And we're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
We had the first one was a captain from Wisconsin, a sergeant from New York, a dispatcher from Cal. We're like, what? Like, I go, where did you put this thing? Mm-hmm. Look, I thought you were just gonna like email it to buddies or something. And he's like, no, dude, it's on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon. Like, oh, I'm like, oh, and it's just, and now it's shielded voices, and here it is, and we talk to people from all over the country, and the biggest thing is living through what I lived through. We've all lived through some aspect of that or not, right? I think it's incumbent on us to try to be a part of helping other people through that stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you're not alone in this. It's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Right? We're humans. And the shit that we deal with over a decade, I mean, you guys did longer than I did, of the trauma buildup. And and Chris Green touched on it. The thing with all those traumas, when you're immersed in it every single day, in the job like we have been, you never have time to trauma dump that, because what do? You go home, you go to sleep, you go right back to work. And it's more trauma, more trauma, more trauma. Right? Which is, we loved it. We loved it. But coming out of that world, the things that would happen to me physiologically, not being immersed in that job, were scary as hell. Like, I would talk to my therapist, like, the night terrors are killing me. I'm not sleeping. I'm not. And I would explain these night terrors, and it was the same 3 calls every single time. Mm-hmm. Vivid, the smells, the sights, the sounds, the touch. Mm-hmm. The same 3 calls over and over and over again. And where it got really bad for me was those same 3 calls would happen in vivid detail, identical to how they happen, except the faces were my kids or people in my family. And I'm like, what the? And I didn't like. I mean, who would like it, right?
Nobody would like that.
And I'm not sleeping, like days and days and days of no sleep. And what I've learned through therapy is that's your brain trauma dumping. It's never had the opportunity throughout our career to decompress, compartmentalize, and flush. It's never had the opportunity to.
Right.
Because you go back through a sleep cycle, and our circadian rhythm's screwed anyway. You're doing shift work. Even if you work day shift, you're getting up at like 3 in the morning to go to work. Mm-hmm. Like, no.
Huh.
And
I hated that.
Yeah. And then, so once I learned that, like, no, that's the healing process. Your brain is trauma dumping. So once I understood what was happening, it got better and easier. It's like, okay, I know what's happening now.
Right.
So I would wake up in the middle of the night, sweaty, ready to fight, like you see in the old Vietnam vets is what is
right.
I guess we equated to, right?
Yeah.
Ready to fight. But I could wake up and go, oh, I know what this is. Okay. Yeah, pray through it.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's all about prayer.
Yeah.
And I go right back to sleep. And I can't, now, I can't remember the last time I've had a night terror. I can't.
That's good.
It's been a while. So
that's really good.
So so leading up to that, when we made that decision on March 21st of this year, I wrote a very professional, diplomatic resignation letter to the current sheriff.
Right.
And I named names, and it wasn't a spiteful, it wasn't a mean. It was just, here's the truth.
Right.
This is the lie that was told that led to all of this, and because of it, I can no longer be part of that organization. I just can't. Mm-hmm. I can't.
This is obviously because your wife was like, "Hey, look, it's she." It wasn't like she put an ultimatum, but
Not
it was.
Well, she's probably scared you to go back to where you were.
Bingo.
That's it,
Yeah.
right there.
Scared, right?
Because
Because
you're going to go back to
you could
Noel
go
Bryan.
backwards, and that was the fear she probably had.
Yeah, and I did too.
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of me because I had
But
already
at the
made that
same
decision.
time,
I
it's
don't
like
wanna be that guy.
you did a long time in that career. You did a lot of things. You did a lot of good.
Yeah.
And you had ups and downs like everybody did. But this was the point where you were like done.
I'm done.
Yeah.
And I looked at it the same way we do in the military, right? I did my time.
Yeah, you did your time.
Yeah.
My contract's up. I did
Yeah.
my time.
So you wrote-
I did 16 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Long
it
enough.
actually, it felt, Mitch was actually, we actually recorded it. It didn't get put out.
Oh, you read it?
Actually, I think we did put it out. Yeah, I did. I read it. We did it on an episode of Shielded Voices where I read.
Oh, I think I remember that one.
and I left names out of it for the sake of the podcast.
Oh, of course,
right?
yeah. Yeah, I think I
did-
remember that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was that's when I go, here we go, dude. And I
Yeah.
just went click and hit send. And that was on a
Yeah.
Friday. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't expect to hear anything.
Right.
Ain't no command staff in the office on a Friday anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure, yeah.
And it was Sunday evening that the sheriff got a hold of me.
Call?
Email.
Email. Oh.
Yep, started with an email. Very supportive, telling me how proud she was of me,
That's nice.
and that she understands everything that I said. She's aware of it, and apologized for how things were handled. So it was very, very, very supportive, and I commend her for that. Even to the point, even this last August, I got a happy birthday message from her.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
A personal, not like the template.
Yeah, little
You
card.
can find it. Yeah, no, like a personal.
Yeah.
Not the one with the auto pen? Yeah.
Correct. yeah, that can be a bad thing, but
Yeah, I've heard.
yeah, and I can't, man. It's hard to explain. Once I sent that off, because I'd already made that decision of, and it was tough. Don't get me wrong. Like the transition was tough, but the sense of relief.
Oh, it's like a weight.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh! Like I don't have to do this any. Like I love the job. I miss the work and the you guys and the people, the teams, and
That's the thing you miss the most.
but the internal
Yeah.
bureaucracies.
I just miss the guys. I don't miss the job at all.
Right.
I don't miss
No.
anything about the job.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Not a thing.
Yeah.
In fact, I was telling I met with old Top 5 himself.
Yeah.
And
Top
for
Five.
continuity, I met with Top 5, and we drank some tall fur, and he was telling me about a call because he got sent the call before he met me. And he apologized. I could only meet for a few minutes. and I had
Sure.
to go to this call, and just in that 5 to 10 minutes we were there, I could feel
Yeah.
all that stress coming back. I'm like, oh my god,
my
the
gosh.
call that he was going to, and
Yeah.
some of the calls he went to the day before, and I'm like, oh my god,
That's-
I didn't
you know-
miss this at all. You know,
And I realized that actually just a couple weeks ago. So we just came off of. So for the sake of storytelling,
Sure.
wife and family back together. Like my life,
and the
my
kids,
life is awesome.
the kids came back in the
Yeah.
fold,
Yeah.
and grandkids and everything. Everything's kind of, but you earned it,
yeah,
right?
I
you
worked.
had to
I
go through
worked
some
hard.
hoops.
Yeah.
Hard work.
The hard work
Okay.
paid off.
Yeah.
And everybody's back in the fold.
Yeah,
and-
we were just at church, before coming here. We were at church
Good.
together, and with
Good.
my grandsons, and
Good.
yeah, dude,
Good.
it's my life. My life rules. Like I don't know how else to say it. I absolutely
It's back where it should be.
Yes, back where it should have been years ago.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
congrats,
you.
man.
Yeah,
That's awesome. It's good.
It's achievable, is what I would say to anybody
Yeah.
listening. Like if you're in this hole, know that there's a way out. I promise you, there's a way out. Like I said, I went.
It's good that you told that because it's not just. I think a lot of it had to do with you internally, but I think it also is part of what the job did to you. to some degree.
Absolutely, it absolutely
Yeah.
is.
And then you took it upon yourself, which
Yeah.
is very commendable to change and
Had
to
to.
find a way to. Well, obviously you had to because you
Yeah.
were. You
Well, I was either that, like I was at a
or
point,
just not have a family, I guess.
Well, I was at
mean,
the point where it was either going to be, I'm either still going to be in hell or I'm going to be dead.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was at that point. Like I was in the earthly form of hell in my brain, right?
You're at your rock bottom,
Yeah,
so to speak.
for me
Yeah.
it was. Yeah. And I didn't, I wasn't getting blasted every day and getting hammered and stuff like that. Like I didn't have the energy to, if I'm being honest.
Right.
But you go from thinking about suck starting the barrel of a gun to hold on a minute.
Yeah.
No. That's where I guess my ego kicked in. Like, no, this world needs me. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody needs a little.
Yeah,
little
everybody needs a little B-Raj, but So I mean, like that
Anyway.
that stress you were talking about when you see off the deputies. So I just came off archery hunting. I was talking about, and
Yeah.
and I brought a guy, Matt M.
Yeah.
Nobody comes to our elk camp ever. Like that's sacred to us.
Right.
And Matt M. and he's got his own story to tell. He's
Yeah.
going through some life stuff, a lot of stress.
We've had
and-
Matt here.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, dude, come to camp with me for a few days. And he's like, what? Nobody goes to your elk camp. Like, nobody. And
Yeah.
he jokes. He's like, it only took, 16 years and 2 divorces to let you, have me come up to your elk camp. But to see the decompression, this guy, he gets up there on a Friday afternoon. I'd been there like a week or so. And I took pictures, and I'll show you guys later. But the first hunt we go on, this evening hunt, we're on the middle of nowhere, 6 hours eastern Oregon, top of this ridge, and within 20 minutes, he's out cold, just laying in the woods, and he's out cold. And my best friend Adam and I and another guy, KC, that we hunt with, of course, we're laughing and taking pictures, but we intentionally just let him have it. Like he just needed to just not. And
Right.
he did that the whole time he was up there, and he made a comment to me. He's like, I cannot remember the last time I've been in such a REM sleep that I dreamt. He's like, this is amazing. Now, again, we hiked his balls off. Like
Sure.
He's like, okay, you guys are killing me. So you're staying active, but you only have that one focus in life. And
Yeah.
from that, we decided collectively with the other 2 guys that I hunt with, like, this means something. This did something for this guy.
Yeah.
And they would see what it did for me over the years, right? Coming off, I would, work in graveyard, get off at 4 in the morning, and then drive straight to hunting camp for 6 hours, and then,
You get up there and it's just a completely different environment.
yeah,
A lot
different
less stress.
environment.
Yeah.
So we kind of made the decision that every year we're going to pick one dude. They can't be a bow hunter because I don't want
Yeah.
them to steal my hunting spots,
Yeah.
but
Shit.
and just bring them up there. Come up for a few days. We'll feed you. We'll do everything for you. Just come decompress.
Yeah.
And because what we saw on Matt. So
That's good.
yeah.
So before I steered you down these other
Yeah.
paths, so your wife, she because what you're doing now is kind of back what you're doing before.
Yeah.
So she's working for this place.
No. So she
Not for this place, but I mean she's working for a company
Yeah.
that knows the place you're working for,
Yep.
right?
Correct.
So-
I know. So my wife's a property manager, very well-known commercial property manager in the Portland metro area, and obviously they hire vendors, right? Plumbers, electricians,
Sure.
HVAC guys, stuff like that. So I met this guy. His name is Matt as well. Years back through company events and stuff through vendors that owns this plumbing company, this very large commercial plumbing company.
Yeah.
And he wanted to start probably 6 or 7 years ago. He wanted to start an HVAC division. And I remember we're shooting guns or hanging out or doing whatever. And he's like, hey, this was back during my first IEA. We call it Dickgate, that one. Right? And which was just dumb. Like we all know, nothing came of it. Like whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I
like that.
want to, yeah. He's like, I want to start an HVAC division. I know with your experience and then all your experience with cop work, come work for me and start this HVAC division. I'm like, dude. Like, I'm going to be a cop till the day I die. Like, get out of here. Like, stop. I mean, thank you, but no thanks. So then all this stuff happens.
Right.
And at this point now, my wife had just moved back in. So we're like, she moved back in like
You're getting there.
November, December, right before Thanksgiving. Side note, the Thanksgiving thing, she was moved back in because we were driving to family's house up in Vancouver for Thanksgiving. One of those quiet moments where she kind of looks at me, she's like, what are you thinking? And I went, I'm trying to do math in my head, and we all know I don't do math well, but
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the first time I've celebrated Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving in like 11 years. Right? Because the shift work.
Yeah.
You're always working.
Always
Can't
working.
do it, yeah.
And I'm like, this is amazing. Like, this is what life is supposed to be.
Yeah.
So anyway, jumping ahead to, I can't remember, it was like after Christmas or something. Just as friends, we were supposed to meet with Matt and his wife for lunch one day, and his wife got pulled away for business or something like that. So it's just Matt. We're sitting around having lunch, and they're talking shop and talking business and HVAC this, and I'm interjecting right about HVAC because I did it years ago.
Right.
And they get done with that, and this guy, we're in this restaurant, and he pushes his chair back, puts his feet up on the chair next to him, and looks me dead in the eye and goes, you ready to do this yet? Are you ready to come work for me? And I went, yeah, let's do this.
Nice.
So I started with him, wanted to get through some beginning of year stuff, and I said, but I don't want to do it right away. Because he's like, let's do January 1. I go, no. I still got an assload of sick time to burn up because they are not getting my sick time. So I did my resignation March 21st. I started with a company called Local here in Sherwood. Amazing company. And he had already started an HVAC division probably 3 years ago, 2.5 years prior. And I started to just being a project manager estimator. Just help with the skills that we have in talking to people, because I love people. I'll talk to anybody. Just gleaning more business, trying to build this division. 4 weeks and 2 days into that position, it's kind of funny because he goes, we were a bunch of us sitting, we call it the war room. He's retired Marine Corps. Uh-huh. So every room is named after some military situation, room, war room, whatever, right? And he goes, hey, when you get done with this, again, I want to talk to you in my office. And I fucking sank.
Oh, no.
Because what's that mean in the coffee?
Yeah, you're thinking, do I need a union rep?
Exactly. And I'm a month into this.
Yeah.
And I walk into his office and I'm like,
talk?
I've got, and he's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, like what? He's like, what's going on? And I told him, and I kind of laughed, and I go, like, am I getting fired? He's like, what? What are you talking about? No. And I had to explain to him that dichotomy of, like, when this happens, the guys like us, we're screwed. And he goes, and so we get through that, and he goes, hey, seeing the changes that you've made just in a month, I need you to run this division, man. What do you think? I'm like, are you being serious? Like, you called me in here for, why couldn't you just, can you do that differently next time?
Yeah.
Like, can you, like, can you not do it this? So, and now
That's
I am
funny.
the HVAC division manager. Like,
That's awesome.
And it's been amazing.
And you've been doing that ever since.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've been doing it ever since, and I love it. And what's cool is I still get to do. It's going to sound weird, but I still get to do a lot of the DT stuff and the gun stuff because he's big into
That's what you were
guns.
telling me about that.
Yeah. So every year we take clients down to Christmas Valley, and it's a paid private.
Oh, I love Christmas.
Yeah. No, Christmas Valley.
Oh, okay.
You
sorry.
would not like Christmas Valley, Oregon. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
Nothing but flat land.
Yeah.
But it's
so we
still called Christmas.
Christmas, yeah, not Leavenworth.
Doesn't
So
even look like Christmas. Nothing's even green.
yeah, no, not even right now.
Oh,
So
terrible.
we and I had gone on these trips as a client because my wife's a client of Locals, and she's like, oh, fuck, I'm shooting guns. Take my husband. So him and I became friends, and I would go, and he takes clients every year to Safari Sage Rat Outfitters does this thing where you go shoot sage rats, and then there's a whole steel target range. You shoot anything from 5 feet to a mile.
Oh, wow.
And it morphed into the last time I was up there was a client. Like, I know one or two things about this stuff. Like, let me help you out. Like, these are your clients. I'll help you out with like showing them gun stuff. And I did that a lot in the military. Was very, very proficient with it. And then obviously doing as an instructor as a cop. And and now this year in May, I just started there in April. He goes, hey, first order of business as an employee, you're going to the Sage Rat shoot as an employee. So I got paid to go do this Sage Rat shoot.
Nice.
And we built a 3,000 square foot shoot house out of hay bales, like story tall,
Yeah.
with
Oh, wow.
rooms and everything. So you take this group of civilians that don't know dick all about guns, but they love guns, right?
Right.
They love the tactical stuff. And then I spent the weekend teaching weapons tactics. And it was amazing.
Oh,
like,
that's
I
fun.
still get to sharpen that iron a little bit and
Yeah.
keep that itch going or that
It's
scratch.
like a hay bale consim, huh?
Yeah, it was awesome. Like, we're throwing flashbangs.
Oh.
I didn't look at them. I had to.
Oh, my gosh.
But yeah,
no.
we got flashbangs. So we would do literal like look, this is not. We're not teaching you guys to be SWAT operators. I was not a SWAT operator. I don't. Never
Right, but
care.
it-
like I did that stuff in the military battalion for a long time.
Yeah.
So I know a few things, right? But it was fun. It was so much fun. So yeah, my life now is I run this HVAC division. I've got 5 people.
Yeah.
Plus our coordinator scheduler,
That's cool.
she's amazing. and it's just fun. It's just fun because those transferable skills are true. Like the de-escalation techniques
Right.
that we think we were trained. It's just a natural thing that we do, talking to people, and it's funny because I've done a couple of times. I've got people that we all sit in the same kind of office area, and they're losing their minds about this client or this customer, and oh my God, the job's not going on. I mean they're frothing, and like one of the guys like being funny, but he's pissed. He's like, I'm fucking done with this. I'm just gonna go down to my truck and shoot myself. And I'm like, hey, can you do that at home? Like, I don't want to see that shit anymore. Like, trying to be funny.
Yeah.
Right.
And there was one particular Alex. She's amazing. Alex, if you listen to this, I love you. She's filthing and frothing, and I scoot my chair around, and I look at her dead in the eye, just really calm. She's like, what? And I go, did you cut a kid down from a rope today? No. Did you have to Narcan a baby? Oh my God, no. And I go, perspective, man. It's plumbing. Good point. I'm like, man, come on. Like, for me, it's the HVAC side, right? She's on the plumbing side, but it's like somebody's air conditioning is down.
Right.
Oh my God. I'm like, really? Like, really?
Every career has its stresses, right?
It does.
Yeah.
And that's not to take away from their stresses. That's
Right.
not. It's just.
No, I get it.
And I
But
apologize.
in the big picture things, know, it's like, yeah.
I apologized to her later, and I'm like, I'm sorry. It's not. I'm just trying. And she, like, we're peas in a pod. She's awesome. And these motherfuckers that I work with, because they know how sensitive I am to the whole, getting pulled into the office and like, oh my God, you can't say that, we're getting fired. They intentionally commit HR violations on the daily with me in the room just because they know how uncomfortable it makes me,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's
Do they
so
say
fun.
the word dick in
Oh,
the meeting?
time.
Yes, of course they do.
Oh my God.
Because you
all
made the
time.
mistake of telling them, didn't you?
Yeah, I absolutely. Well, so I have a
Dick.
a coffee mug, one of those Yeti coffee mugs that my daughter, God, I love you, Michaela. My daughter made me after Dickgate, and it says DSD, and underneath of it says "Don't say Dick."
Oh, that's awesome. Good for you,
Yeah.
Michaela.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Don't
Yeah.
say dick.
Yeah, don't say Dick.
So,
You guys heard it here first. Don't say dick.
Right?
yeah, don't say dick. Dick is bad.
Yeah. So,
That's great, man. So it seems like everything is kind of morphed into a really good thing for you.
Oh, yeah.
Out of that career. Not that the career is bad. Just
No.
some of the things that kind of came with it. Kind of. Yeah.
It's because of and I've said this on my own podcast on Sheila Voices. Like, I am so blessed to have done that career. So
yeah.
blessed, good, bad, and indifferent. Mm-hmm. Because I learned so much being in HVAC, the service side of things, cop stuff. I've learned so much of those skills to be a leader, not a manager.
Right.
Because my daily thing is servant leadership. I wake up every single
Servant
day.
leadership, yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Sluman talked about this.
No, I know he did.
What my job is to make sure those people are successful today.
Yep.
That's it. That's my only focus.
Yeah.
That's
It's
it.
too bad there's not more of that. But
Yeah.
that's all. That's a whole nother discussion.
Well, that's at our department.
But well, no.
Yeah, but there even were like I learned from and I'll say their names because I said it before, the Schusters of the world.
Yeah.
That guy would not ask you to do something he's not ready and willing to do right then and there.
True. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Running with a
Still do it.
Yeah. How many times did the command go down on him like stop running with the canines? You're the sergeant. He's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm going to do it. My guys are doing
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
Guys like that. Stoney for me was that way.
Yeah.
The Bowmans of the world, like all of those guys. Like
No, agreed.
yeah, Sluman.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
very, very. But I learned from that, and really what I learned, and it's not to bash that place, but I learned what not to do as a leader.
Yeah.
I really did.
No, there's a lot of ways to look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
There is.
So that being
Yes.
said, we're getting close on
Yeah.
time
Close to the
wrap it up.
end.
Yeah.
You know the question. What advice would you have about people wanting to get into the career and then those getting out of it?
Don't do it. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Oh,
kidding.
okay, we're
I'm
done.
kidding.
See you next week.
Yeah. No,
No,
I'm
go
kidding.
ahead. No.
I've heard a lot of people's responses on this, and because it's the same, that means something because everybody says the same because we've all been there and done
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
But it's so true. The friends outside of law enforcement thing, sure, yeah, I
Yeah.
get that, but invest in your family. Don't invest in an agency. Invest in you and invest in your family. Don't waste your time investing in an agency. And it's a business. It's a machine that's going to turn with you or without you. So invest while you're there. Invest in the people you're serving in that community.
Yeah.
But if I could change or if I was king for a day, I think after somebody gets off of probation, I think outside therapy should be mandatory.
Yeah.
Even if you don't need, it should be mandatory. Because I think, and I truly believe in optimizing performance. You can take that on an athletic ability. I mean, they do it for our warfighters today.
Yeah.
Why are we not optimizing our frontline warfighters? We're not.
No.
We're piling shit on them. So find a way through therapy, not just physical fitness, but through good therapy and physical fitness to optimize yourself.
Yeah.
So that you can be optimal for everybody around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? That would be my advice. Yeah. And
That's good.
And if you get to a point in your career where you think you're done with it, be done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. So
Yeah.
it's okay to
Agreed.
not be okay.
Yeah. Good.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool beans.
Yeah, man.
Outstanding.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks, Brian.
Thank you for being here.
No, thank you guys.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
Woo!
That's
Coming from the moon.
Yeah, I got to drive back to the Dalles.
well, maybe the grand.
I don't live in the Dalles,
I
but
can hear the weather outside. And it's frightful.
I know. I don't
We
want to
got a
go
leak.
back
You
out.
might have been hearing a drip.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
See, you got a big
yeah.
drip right here.
Uh-oh.
It's pouring outside.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably snowing out there in the Dalles anyway. Right now. So,
Maybe they're going to shut down 84.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks to
Thank
Tall
you.
for Coffee. Thanks for everything.
Thanks, Brian.
Stay tuned for on Tuesdays. We drop on Tuesdays. You know,
Yeah.
we're back in it again. We'll see you in 2 and 2. Peace.
Good night now.
Oh, I can't leave whiskey behind.